all to the e-Pathshala classes today. This initiative taken by Sports Authority of India and Cycling Federation of India jointly, all members at this platform. I invite you all to join these classes, which are from 11 to 12 o'clock. Today, our resource person is Mr. Maxwell Trevor, who has been a national champion for 10 years in the international ख्याति प्राप्त खिलाड़ी हैं भारत के 80s और 90s में इन्होंने अपना दबदबा बनाया हुआ था स्प्रिंट और टाइम ट्रायल इवेंट्स में खास तौर से आपके जानकारी के लिए बताना चाहूंगा कि ही इज आल्सो चेयरमैन ऑफ एथलीट कमीशन ऑफ साइकिलिंग फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया एंड ए मेंबर ऑफ TIDC. So I mean the talent identification and development program. Mr. Maxwell Trevor has a very distinguished is a distinguished sports person of our country in cycling sprinting event. He has also been given doctorate from an university in US. So I just invite Mr. Maxwell Trevor to take the classes today. Mr. Maxwell Trevor, over to you.
Yeah. Am I audible? मेरा आवाज आ रहा सबको?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
VN ji, thank you for your introduction. So I will not repeat again. VN ji ने already बताया मेरे बारे में. So let us get straight into the teaching. But before we start teaching, I would like to thank Cycling Federation of India and Sports Authority of India for this excellent platform. This platform is benefiting everyone who is joining this platform. We all are learning something and we all are improving our wisdom and knowledge. Today's topic is a very interesting topic. I advise all of you to sit with a pen and a notebook. Note down, take notes. Any doubt you have, you can clarify your doubt by asking the question at the end of the program. I am sure if I cannot answer your question, one of our panelists who are very esteemed panel we have of teaching faculty, they will definitely answer every question of yours. Now, before we start, I want to say something. After my first class, I got a few phone calls from people. They were asking questions. Nothing wrong in asking questions. I was very happy to answer any question pertaining to cycling. But when I asked them, why didn't you ask the same question on the e-Pathshala platform? Some of them thought the question was very stupid. Some of them thought the question was very, they were not very comfortable because they said this is a big platform. I want to tell you, even if your question, if you think it is stupid, please ask the question. The very purpose of Cycling Federation of India and Sports Authority of India conducting this e-Pathshala is for all of us to improve our knowledge and wisdom. And one of the best ways to improve our knowledge and wisdom is to ask questions. Nobody is born with wisdom and knowledge. We all work and we acquire it. So please ask the question, even if you think the question is very silly, or if you think the question is not right to ask, you can ask any question pertaining to cycling and we will answer you. So today's program, today's teaching is on heart rate zone aerobic training. We will also look into the other zones as we go on. But let me start with, now there are two ways of training in zones. One is with power and one is with heart rate. Now to train with power, you need certain equipment, maybe power pedals, power hubs, power cranks. Now all this equipment tells you the amount of power that you're putting or you're generating. And we have a small display on the handlebar that gives you the reading of your power. I will also explain in Hindi. अभी हम लोग एरोबिक जोन्स की बात करने वाले हैं आज का टीचिंग में. और जोन्स में अगर ट्रेनिंग करना है तो दो तरीके होता है, एक तो पावर के साथ और एक तो हार्ट रेट के साथ. पावर के साथ अगर ट्रेनिंग करना है तो उसके लिए कुछ इक्विपमेंट चाहिए अपने को, जैसा पावर पेडल्स है, पावर हब्स है या पावर क्रैंक्स है. ये सभी पावर इक्विपमेंट जो है अपने को ये बताता कि कितने पावर हम लोग अप्लाई कर रहे हैं पेडल पे, एंड इट विल इंडिकेट, हम छोटा सा एक डिस्प्ले स्क्रीन होता है जहां अपना हैंडल बार पे माउंट होता है और आप उसके अंदर दिख के आ जाता है कि कितने पावर डाल रहा। और ऐसे आजकल यू कैन कनेक्ट इट टू योर स्मार्टफोन और यू कैन ट्रांसफर दिस इंफॉर्मेशन ऑल्सो। अब ये आउटडोर की ट्रेनिंग जहां तक है, अगर आपको इंडोर ट्रेनिंग करना है पावर के साथ, तो आपके पास वॉट बाइक होना चाहिए, या आजकल वाहू ट्रेनर आया, उसके ऊपर भी आप कर सकते हैं। और जैसा ये वॉट बाइक और वाहू ट्रेनर है, आप लोग सभी लोग देखे होंगे, जैसा ये लॉकडाउन पीरियड में बहुत ही काम आया होगा आप लोग को, बिकॉज मेनी एथलीट्स, मेनी राइडर्स ट्रेंड इंडो विद दिस इक्विपमेंट। अब बात यह है कि द इक्विपमेंट टू ट्रेन विद पावर इज अ लिटिल मोर कॉस्टली। ये जो इक्विपमेंट है थोड़ा सा कॉस्टली है कंपेयर्ड टू योर हार्ट रेट ट्रेनिंग। अभी अगर हार्ट रेट से ट्रेनिंग करना है जोन्स में, तो आपको एक हार्ट रेट बेल्ट चाहिए या एक हार्ट रेट रिस्ट वॉच चाहिए। तो दिस हार्ट रेट बेल्ट एंड दिस रिस्ट वॉच, हार्ट रेट रिस्ट वॉच जो है, इट गिव्स यू द हार्ट रेट ऑफ योर बॉडी। वही डिस्प्ले पे आता है, यू कैन कनेक्ट इट टू योर स्मार्टफोन। जैसा आप वाहू बाइक पे ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हो, तो यू कैन कनेक्ट इट टू योर स्मार्टफोन और योर लैपटॉप, और आपको दिख के आ जाता है कि आपका हार्ट रेट। तो आज का टॉपिक जो है हार्ट रेट ट्रेनिंग जोन्स, एरोबिक हार्ट रेट ट्रेनिंग जोन्स। इसलिए हार्ट रेट वी आर टीचिंग बिकॉज सभी के पास पावर इक्विपमेंट तो नहीं होगा, सभी के पास पावर इक्विपमेंट नहीं होगा, लेकिन जरूर यह है कि सबके पास दिल तो होगा। और मेरा मानना यह है कि साइक्लिस्ट के पास बहुत बड़ा दिल भी होता है। नॉट एवरीवन may have power equipment, but I'm very sure everybody have a heart, and I'm very sure that cyclists have a very big heart too. So let us get into the teaching. I am about to share my screen now. So let me share my, yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me? मेरा आवाज ठीक से आ रहा?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. One sec. I'm just sharing my screen. So. Yeah. So to better understand aerobic training in zones, we need to understand a little bit of the aerobic energy systems. And we also need to know a little bit about the other two systems. Uske andar zyada we will not go in details, but we need to know at least the basics of हमारे अंदर क्या है and how our body functions. Now, जैसा आप सब लोग को मालूम, if we are riding a vehicle, if we are riding a scooter or a car, these cars and scooters or any vehicle need some kind of a fuel, some kind of an energy source to get this activated, to get this in action, to get this moving. In a similar manner, even our body needs a fuel to fuel us for every activity of us, to fuel us even while we are resting. Like every vehicle has a complex process in producing. I would like to tell you that the fuel that is used in vehicles are either diesel or petrol. ये diesel और petrol होता है, लेकिन ये आता क्रूड ऑयल से, और इसका एक कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रोसेस के पास, एक प्रोसीजर के बाद ये जो है क्रूड ऑयल जाके डीजल या पेट्रोल बनता। उसी टाइप के सिस्टम हमारे बॉडी के अंदर भी है। All the food we eat and drink, it goes through a complex process and it generates fuel to fuel our body. For every activity, our body needs fuel. Even while you are sleeping, your body needs fuel. Unlike a vehicle, अगर आप व्हीकल को आप टर्न ऑफ करेंगे तो उसका इंजन शट डाउन होता, it doesn't need fuel. But the human body, even when you are resting, even when you are sleeping, your body needs fuel because there are a lot of activities. आपके अंदर कुछ एक्टिविटीज हो रहा, आपका हार्ट चल रहा, आपका सर्कुलेशन, ब्लड सर्कुलेशन चल रहा, आपका जो टिश्यूज एंड सेल्स आर बीइंग रिपेयर्ड, आपका अगर इंजरीज है तो इंजरीज आर बीइंग रिपेयर्ड, आपका एंटीबॉडीज आर डेवलपिंग एंड फाइटिंग ऑल द अनवांटेड viruses and germs in your body. तो सारा बहुत कुछ एक्टिविटीज, even when you are resting, so your body needs fuel. Now, what type of fuel does the body need? The body needs fuel called ATP. What is ATP? ATP is adenosine triphosphate. It is the fuel that the body needs. Now, to produce this fuel, we have three energy systems. One is the ATP-PC system, one is the anaerobic system, one is the aerobic system. Now, all these three energy systems work at the same time. They work together. But there will always be one predominant energy system. ये एक ही साथ काम करते हैं, ये थ्री एनर्जी सिस्टम जो है ये एक ही साथ काम करते हैं, लेकिन हमेशा जो है एक predominant energy system will be at work. Now this predominant energy system depends on the intensity, the duration, and the fitness level of the athlete. So taking these aspects in mind, you will know, depending on the intensity, the duration, and the level of fitness level of the athlete, you will be able to say which energy system is the predominant energy system in your body. Now, these are very interesting energy systems. If you are listening to this for the first time, I advise you to keep a pen and paper and take notes. So, in the first energy system, ATP-PC system tha, you might say, what is PC? It is phosphate.
Maxwell ji, excuse me, आपका next slide आगे बढ़ा नहीं है, first slide ही चल रहा है, so that others can also view.
Okay. Yeah. So I was telling you about the energy systems. So ये है, each system functions producing ATP, but they working is very different. जैसा मैं बता रहा था, the first system is ATP-PC. ATP-PC is adenosine triphosphate. PC is phosphate creatine, which is the first system. इसके अंदर we have stored energy in our muscles. For the first few seconds, it supplies ATP. उसके बाद में जो है, we have the anaerobic system and we have the aerobic system. The anaerobic system produces and supplies ATP without using oxygen. So it can provide ATP at a very fast. It is a recurring thing. As we are body is in active mode, as we are actively working out, actively training, our body needs a constant supply of ATP, and depending on the intensity, it has to produce ATP. So the anaerobic system जो है, वो ATP produce करता without the use of oxygen. It is very fast, it produces, but it cannot sustain itself for a very long time. Whereas the aerobic system produces ATP with oxygen. It produces at a slow pace, but it can go on for a long period of time if it is a low intensity or moderate intensity. So basically, this is the energy systems. Now let us go a little more into the aerobic energy system, because today we are looking at the aerobic energy system. So the aerobic energy system has a kind of, it is a three-stage energy system, where you can see on your screen. It is aerobic glycolysis, also known as slow glycolysis. It is the Krebs cycle, also known as the citric acid cycle, and it is the electron chain. These are the three stages in the aerobic energy system. So I have a little bit of a slide also. इसके अंदर I will show you how it is resynthesized and how उसके अंदर थोड़ा सा आपको clear picture आ जाता. So this is how the three stages are. You can see the first stage is the glycolysis system. The second one is the Krebs. The three stages are the first stage one is glycolysis. Stage 2 is the Krebs cycle. Stage 3 is the proton electron cycle. So these are the three stages that you see in this energy system. So as we keep going on, अभी क्या है? Training and heart rate. Now to train in heart rate, the first thing you need to know is your maximum heart rate. If you don't know your maximum heart rate, it is very difficult for you to train with heart rate. You first have to know the athlete's heart rate, the maximum heart rate. उसके बाद में then you can actually, each zone has a kind of a percentage of heart rate. We will get into that. आगे जाके वो देखेंगे. So some of the key factors here that we need to see is, when you're training in heart rate, you need to know the maximum heart rate. You also need to know the resting heart rate. Resting heart rate जो है, is the best time to take it is when you wake up in the morning. Or knowing these two heart rates, all your heart rate zones are within this margin. From, it's basically between this is your heart rate zones. Knowing your max heart rate is very important. So here we see some of the points. So there must be variation when you're training in heart rate zones. When you must have variation in your training programs. You cannot just stick in one zone and keep doing the same thing every day. आप बार every day वही अगर आप करेंगे, तो there is no variation in your training programs. तो आपको जो है, variation is a very important aspect that you need to incorporate in your training. Abhi, what happens? What is the variation के बाद में जो है, there is another. One sec, let me just. Yeah. What is variation? Variation is effective plan, workout plan, including different types of workouts with variation and frequency, duration, intensity. Yeah, you have to play around, with the variation. Variation, you have to keep putting in different types of training programs. You have to use all types of intensities. You have to use all types of duration. You have to use all types of frequency to have an effective training program. Agar aapko effective training program chahiye, so these things you must incorporate in your training program. So indication. ये indication क्या है? Your heart rate is one of the best indicators of how hard your body is working during workout. You need an indication. अब अगर आप जब training कर रहे हैं, तो अगर आपके पास कोई indication नहीं है कि how much power you are putting, if you have a power meter, आपके पास वो power reading आ जाता, आपके पास जितना power डाल रहे वो दिख के आ जाता. अगर आपके पास power नहीं है, you need a heart rate to see the kind of effort you are putting in. So you need an indication. Basically आपको एक indication चाहिए. Without an indication, it is extremely difficult to train. अगर आपके पास कोई indication ही नहीं है, तो scientific training आप कैसा करेंगे? आपको जो है some indication you need. So here we are looking at the heart rate, which is one of the best indications. If you don't have power, then you use heart rate, and that is the indication to show how hard your body is working or how much of intensity your body is applying. What is frequency? Frequency is easy to understand. It's how many times you exercise, how many times you're doing the same thing. आप बार बार कितने बार कर रहे हो? तो that is a good example for frequency. तो frequency ये है कि बार बार आपको करना पड़ता है. You have to give a gap and keep doing it with a frequency. Duration. Duration is simply how long you're exercising, how long you're training, how long आप कितने देर तक कर रहे हैं. That is the duration. तो intensity जो है, it is a bit more complicated, and that's where the heart rate zone comes into play. Your heart rate is one of the best indicators, जैसा मैं बताया. तो here we see, अगर आपको heart rate में training करना है, तो you have to first take the heart rate, maximum heart rate, as I told you, and you also have to know the minimum heart rate of your rider. जैसा as you keep training in these zones, you will realize that you're getting better and better at it. For a professional athlete जो है, उसका resting heart जो है is below 30. One of the best examples for this is there was a rider called Durain. 5 times Indurain. He was a Spanish rider. उसका heart rate जो था 28 seconds, 28 beats per minute था. His resting heart rate was 28 beats per minute. So this is a very good indication that your body is getting more and more conditioned as your heart rate keeps going down. It's a kind of indicator कि your body is getting fitter and fitter. Your heart rate is going down. Your maximum heart rate will also increase. और आपको पता लग जाएगा कि you will be ready to go from one level to another level. You will be able to go from one level to another level. now we've seen that how the energy systems work. Now we are coming to training zones. Let us go to the next slide. Monitoring your heart rate. Now, as I told you, we have to monitor our heart rate. Heart rate ko jo hai, without knowing the maximum heart rate, it is very difficult to work with heart rate. Now here we can see there are 5 heart rate zones, but not all of them come in the aerobic training. The first 2 when you're training in the first 2 aerobic heart rate or power training zones, your energy predominant energy system jo hai, that will be the aerobic energy system. But as you keep going higher in these zones, aap dekhenge ki your predominant energy system will go into the anaerobic energy system. And it depends, as jaisa main bola tha, it all depends on the intensity, the duration and the level of fitness of the athlete. तो यहाँ हम लोग देख रहे कि we discussed about duration, about how you should have a variation, and how all these different types of variation should be included in your training program. And you have to plan according to your rider, the specific event, the specific. What is also important is how far away is your competition. आप कितने दूर है? अगर आप 1 साल के बाद आपका competition है, तो उसके हिसाब से you have to plan your training. So there are a lot of factors. अभी जो है बहुत सारे factors को अपने को we have to keep in mind before preparing or planning a training program. One is we have to see how far away is the competition. Then accordingly we have to plan and fix our training programs. So there are 5 different heart rate zones. So here we see there are 5 different heart rate zones. Now let me give you a better picture. Now, as I told you, we need to see the maximum heart rate of a rider. We have to know the maximum heart rate of a rider before we even get into training in zones. तो अगर एग्जाम्पल के लिए अपना राइडर का अगर 200 मैक्सिमम हार्ट रेट 200 बीट्स पर मिनट, अगर उसका हार्ट रेट है 200 बीट्स पर मिनट, तो इफ यू आर ट्रेनिंग इन zone 1, when you are training in zone 1, you will be using only 50 to 60% of that. तो आप कैसा कैलकुलेट करेंगे? फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर 200 मैक्सिमम है तो 50 to 60% of 200 is how much? It is 100 to 120. It's very simple. It's a very simple way of training. अगर आपको zone 1 में ट्रेनिंग करना है, आपका मैक्सिमम हार्ट रेट अगर 200 है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल सभी का 200 नहीं रहता है, मैक्सिमम हार्ट रेट वेरीज, minimum heart rate also varies from one athlete to the other athlete, from one cyclist to the other cyclist. अगर आप एग्जाम्पल के लिए देखना चाह रहा तो मैं एग्जाम्पल के लिए बता रहा हूं. तो लेट अस टेक ये राइडर जिसके बारे में हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, ये राइडर जो है इसका हार्ट रेट 200 मैक्सिमम है. तो अगर उसको जोन 1 में ट्रेनिंग करना है तो ही हैज टू डू 50 to 60% ऑफ हिज मैक्सिमम हार्ट रेट. 50 to 60% अगर लिए तो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट 100 to 120. तो ये जोन में क्या फायदा है? आई मीन व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट ऑफ ट्रेनिंग इन दिस जोन? ये जोन जो अगर इसके अंदर ट्रेनिंग करना है तो यू हैव टू मॉनिटर योर हार्ट रेट. यू हैव टू सी दैट योर हार्ट रेट इज नॉट गोइंग बियॉन्ड दिस. it is going within this range, which is 100 to 120. Now this is a very low intensity training zone. ये बहुत ही low intensity training zone है. Generally this kind of training is for a recovery ride, or this is a very low intensity training zone. This intensity will boost your recovery and it will get you ready to train in the higher zones. ये जब करेंगे, you have to see if your rider is a beginner. आप साइकिलिंग अगर आपका राइडर जहां शुरू कर रहे हैं, he is just a beginner, तो you will generally start your rider training in this zone. You will take his maximum heart rate, you will fix him in a very low intensity zone. So what happens is you are preparing him for the next zone. अगर आप इसमें ट्रेनिंग कराएंगे ये जोन में, तो obviously he will be preparing and conditioning his body to get ready to train in the next zone. Next zone के अंदर भी he will be preparing himself to train. तो ये zone के अंदर is another advantage of training in this zone. If you are a seasoned athlete, जब आप ये zone में training करेंगे, it is like a recovery ride. You will get a active recovery. आपका body के अंदर जो वो lactic acid जो बनता है, it will relieve that kind of a problems that is caused with the lactic acid. It's a recovery ride. It's a very low intensity ride. Now during this low intensity ride, इसके अंदर कौन सा energy will be the predominant energy system? अगर your rider is doing in a very low intensity zone, so which would be the predominant energy system? The predominant energy system will be the aerobic energy system at work. Now, as I told you, the aerobic energy system, ऐसा system, energy system है, it works with oxygen and it can produce ATP, supplying ATP for a very long period of time. ऐसा आप देखें कि 2-3 घंटा भी कोई चला सकता है, again depending upon his fitness level. कभी-कभी ये low intensity zone में आप कभी-कभी 5-6-7 घंटे भी चला सकते हैं. तो your aerobic energy system will keep supplying the ATP. Your aerobic energy system will be functioning. It will be using oxygen and producing ATP, and it can fuel your system for a very long period of time. So this is one very important training zone, as I told you, especially for beginners, for recovery rides, to get that lactic acid out of your muscles. So, and generally this is a kind of a very relaxed ride. So this is zone 1. अगर आप देखेंगे तो ये zone 1 का training है. We've seen zone 1 में ये benefits है. Zone 1 में aerobic energy system will be the predominant energy system. This system produces ATP with the use of oxygen. It produces ATP at a slow pace, but it can go on producing for a very long period of time. इसमें जो है, आप देखेंगे अगर ये zone में अगर आप training कर रहे हैं, तो आपका predominant energy system जो है, वो होगा aerobic energy system. ये aerobic energy system जो predominant energy system zone 1 में होगा, ये system ऐसा एक system है कि आपका जो fuel supply जो body को जरूरत है, वो जो ATP है, वो ये system, ये aerobic system produce करते जाएंगे with the use of oxygen. Oxygen को use करते हुए वो produce करता. इसका जो इतना fast produce नहीं कर सकता. It is a slower pace. It is much slower than the anaerobic system. लेकिन इसके अंदर क्या है, आपको कई घंटों तक it can keep supplying you. It is like a non-stop fueling station. आप करते जाएंगे और ये fuel आपको supply करते जाएंगे. तो this is zone 1. अभी let us see zone 2. Zone 2 में क्या है? Zone 2 is a low intensity. Now we've seen zone 1 जो था very low intensity था. Zone 2, हाँ जी.
स्लाइड चेंज नहीं हो रही है आपकी.
अच्छा. ये zone 1 का एक वीडियो भी है मेरे पास. आपको मैं ये वीडियो दिखाऊंगा पहले. zone 1 का वीडियो जो है, ये zone 1 का वीडियो है. This rider is training zone 1 of the heart rate zone. His max heart rate is 200. So training in zone 1, the heart rate would be 50 to 60%. विनय, इसका आवाज आ रहा है वीडियो का?
बहुत स्लो आ रहा है सर, बहुत स्लो
आ रहा.
हाँ,
This training in this zone,
थोड़ा आवाज तेज करेंगे.
although it's a very low intensity zone, but training in this zone, अभी कुछ हुआ?
हाँ.
Your recovery and gets you ready for the next session. It also lowers the lactic acid in your muscles. It prepares you to go to the next higher zone, and it's a great recovery ride. Although it's a very low intensity zone, these rides and these trainings are part of our schedule. And there's a lot of variation that you should use in your training. But today we are going to talk about training in zones, from zone 1 to to zone 5. So here we see his heart rate is about 122. He should be within the heart rate of 100 to 120. Yeah, it's come to 119. So he is training in zone 1. This is a very low intensity zone, and this is the kind of a recovery zone that normally we train in. So how do we know that he's training in zone 1? As I told you, his max heart rate is 200. So we take 50 to 60% of that max heart rate, which is 100 to 120. And that is how we monitor training in zone 1. Not everyone has power meters, although you can see the power here as well, but not everyone in India have power meters. So the next best thing to train in zones is heart rate zone. Okay. अभी हम लोग देखे थे कि that was a video training in zone 1. आपने देखा था कि his heart rate was being displayed. हम लोग ये जो है वो जो वाहू ट्रेनर पे करे थे, तो you can connect your heart rate belt or your heart rate wristwatch to your smartphone, और आपके स्मार्टफोन के अंदर भी दिख के आ जाएगा. If you have a display on your handlebar, वो हैंडल के ऊपर भी आपको दिख के आ जाएगा. So we were observing कि उसका heart rate was between around 120, which indicates to us, as we are using heart rate as an indicator for our training, उसका heart rate 120 के आसपास था. That means he was training in the zone 1. अभी ये zone 2. Let us see what अभी zone 2 में training करने में क्या फायदा है. Exercising your heart rate in zone 2 feels light, and you should be able to go for a long time at this intensity. This is the zone that improves your general endurance. Your body will get better at oxidizing, burning fats. Your muscle fitness will increase along with your capillary density. अभी ये zone में ये फायदा है कि your general fitness level is improving. Again, you are getting ready to go to the next level. आप next level के अंदर, next zone के अंदर training करने के लिए आपका body को तैयार कर रहे हैं आप, और you are burning fat, oxidizing हो रहा आपके body में. In this aerobic training zones, you are using a lot of fat to burn. अभी इसमें एक और खास चीज है. When you are training and your aerobic energy system or your aerobic zone में जब training कर रहे, your aerobic energy system is the predominant energy system. Your body is using carbohydrates, they are using fats, and they are using protein to create and generate. It goes through a complex procedure जो है, उसके बाद में it produces ATP. So this is not only a kind of fitness level, fitness exercise for a professional athlete, मगर अगर किसी को weight कम करना है, या किसी को somebody wants to reduce weight, it is a very good method to reduce weight, because when you are training in this zone or any aerobic zone, your body is burning fat to produce ATP. तो जब आपका fat burn हो रहा, obviously you will reduce in your weight also. Now these energy systems are very, very interesting to us, because we need, unless you know, अगर आपका energy systems, how they function, how they are producing fuel, अगर आपको ये नहीं मालूम, तो it becomes very difficult. As a coach, it becomes difficult to train your rider. As an athlete, it becomes very difficult to know why you are doing a certain training. आप क्यों कर रहे हैं, आपको ही पता नहीं लगेगा. अगर आपको इसके बारे में थोड़ा सा जानकारी नहीं है, या आपको ये ट्रेनिंग जोन्स के बारे में नहीं मालूम, आपको ये एनर्जी सिस्टम्स के बारे में नहीं मालूम, तो इट बिकम्स अ लिटिल मोर डिफिकल्ट टू नो. आप क्यों कर रहे हैं, आपको ही पता नहीं लगेगा, ये मैं क्यों कर रहा हूँ. यू शुड ऑलवेज आस्क द क्वेश्चन व्हाई, व्हेन, व्हाट, वे. अगर आप जब ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हैं, मैं क्यों कर रहा हूँ, मैं क्या क्यों, व्हाई एम आई डूइंग इट, इससे क्या फायदा होता. The more number of questions you ask, the more answers you will get, the more your knowledge and wisdom will increase. So asking questions is very, very important. So let us see. Abhi zone 2 में क्या है? Zone 2 में we can see this also, your predominant energy system will be the aerobic system. Again, as I told you, ये system में जो है, it uses oxygen to provide ATP. ये काफी देर तक it can keep supplying your body with ATP. Generally, it produces ATP at a lower pace than the anaerobic energy system, but ये काफी घंटों तक it can supply you. अभी जोन 2 में क्या है? जोन 2 में इट इज 60 to 70% ऑफ योर हार्ट रेट. अभी जोन 2 में अगर 60 to 70% ऑफ योर हार्ट रेट, एज जैसा हम लोग बोले थे कि लेट्स टेक फॉर एग्जांपल, ये राइडर का जो है उसका मैक्स हार्ट रेट 200 है, तो 60 to 70% ऑफ 200 वुड बी 120 to 140. तो व्हेन दिस राइडर, ये राइडर जब ट्रेनिंग कर रहा, he has to maintain his heart rate between 120 to 140. That is the indication to us कि ये zone 2 में ट्रेनिंग कर रहा. तो अभी देखो, we will see a video in this also. ये वीडियो में आपको दिख के आएगा ऑन द टॉप ऑफ द, आपको जो स्मार्टफोन दिख रहा स्क्रीन पे, टॉप राइट साइड पे जो 130 लिखा हुआ है, दैट 130 इज द हार्ट रेट ऑफ द राइडर. उसके जो लेफ्ट को जो है 104, दैट इज द केडेंस ऑफ द राइडर. एंड बाकी का जो है टाइमिंग, आप जो 50 नीचे राइट साइड पे दिख रहा, दैट इज पावर ऑल्सो. जैसा मैं बता रहा था, ये वाहू ट्रेनर में आपको ये सब चीज दिख के आता. यू हैव पावर, एंड इफ यू हैव अ हार्ट रेट इक्विपमेंट, आपको हार्ट रेट भी दिख के आएगा. लेकिन हम लोग को अभी वी आर फोकसिंग ऑन द हार्ट रेट. तो टॉप साइड राइट साइड पे जो आपका वो स्मार्टफोन पे दिख के आ रहा, अभी जो 130 दिख के आ रहा, वो धीरे धीरे वो चेंज होते रहेगा डिपेंडिंग ऑन द इंटेंसिटी द राइडर इज पुटिंग. तो ये वी सी बाय यूजिंग द हार्ट रेट एज एन इंडिकेशन, आपको जो है यू विल गेट ए रफ आइडिया कि विच जोन द राइडर इज ट्रेनिंग इन, हाउ मच ऑफ एनर्जी इज पुटिंग. क्योंकि आप जब आपके पास अगर पावर मीटर है तो आप उसका पावर दिख के आ जाता है. यू कैन सी द अमाउंट ऑफ पावर ही इज पुटिंग. तो when you're training with heart rate, you have to know the rider's heart rate. If not, it is impossible to train him if you don't know his max heart rate, and if you don't have a system to monitor his heart rate. चलिए देखेंगे अब ये zone 2 में how the rider is training. एक मिनट, let me. Just a second, I am just getting the video ready. Yeah, so let us. Okay, here we see now this rider is training in zone 3. Now how do we know?
वॉल्यूम थोड़ा ऊपर कर दीजिए.
Because we know his max heart rate is 200. वो पूरा
Okay.
पूरा वॉल्यूम में वो
80% Okay.
is being put, which means anything between 140 and 160 his heart rate should be. And here we see his heart rate is 160, just above 160, 162. So we know he's training in zone 3. Now working out your heart rate in zone 3 is especially effective for improving the efficiency of your blood circulation. एक मिनट. This is zone 3. I need to show you zone 2. एक मिनट. This is zone 3. आपको zone 2 दिखाना है. Yeah, we are in zone 2. Sorry about that. अभी देखिए, this is zone 2. Now here we see the rider is training in a low intensity zone 2 heart rate zone. Now as I told you, his heart rate, max heart rate is 200. So zone 2, his heart rate would be, training in zone 2 would be between 120 and 140. Now this is a very essential part of training as well, training in zone 2. Exercising your heart rate in zone 2 feels light. You should be able to go on for a long time at this intensity. This is the zone that improves your general endurance. Your body will get better in oxidizing, burning fat. Your muscular fitness will increase along with your capillary density, which means your heart is just getting better. Training your heart in this zone is very essential. It's a very essential part of your program. As I told you, you have to train in all zones and there should be variation. Now here we see his heart is 134. So by looking at his heart rate and knowing his max heart rate, we know that he's training in zone 2. So this is how we train in zones, monitoring your heart rate. First, all you need to do is take the max heart rate and then calculate and see which zone you want him to train in. And at these low intensity and very low intensity zones, you can go for a long period of time because your body can go on and on and on at this intensity for a very long period of time. And generally training sessions in this low intensity and very low intensity it's a long duration that you sit on your saddle. Okay, हम लोग यहाँ देखें कि that is zone 2. Now let us see what is zone 3. Abhi yeah, this is important here कि because your predominant energy system will begin to change. अभी हम लोग देखे थे कि zone 1, zone 2 में the energy system, the predominant energy system that was at work was the aerobic energy system. Now you have to keep in mind, एक ध्यान में रखना चाहिए कि all these three systems work together, but there will always be one predominant energy system, depending again on the intensity, the duration, and the fitness level of the athlete. So these three systems are providing ATP, which is fuel for the body. It is constantly providing, even at rest, as I said, it is providing. I mean, let us see heart rate zone 3. Abhi heart rate zone 3, what is the benefit of training in heart rate zone 3? Heart rate zone 3, working out in heart rate zone 3 is especially effective for improving the efficiency of blood circulation. Abhi isme aap jab karenge to your blood circulation is improving, your blood circulation is getting better. Aapka jo blood circulation hai jo better ho raha, agar aapke paas better blood circulation hai to obviously your muscles are getting more oxygen, क्योंकि हमारा blood circulation जो है, our blood carries oxygen. हमारे blood के अंदर oxygen होता है. The more the circulation, the better supply of oxygen that goes to the muscles, or your body becomes more active and can produce a better level of fitness. Second, blood in the heart, and it improves the skeletal muscles. Yes, skeletal muscles. What are skeletal muscles? Skeletal muscles are attached to the bone by tendons and are responsible for producing movements. ये जो skeletal muscles है, it's a muscle that is attached to your bone with a tendon, and these muscles are responsible for producing movement. तो आपका जो body के अंदर जो movement है, ये skeletal muscles plays a big role. आपके अंदर ये skeletal muscles जो है, हर movement के लिए, हर body movement के लिए, your skeletal muscles have to be active and developed. तो आपका movement जो है, it becomes better and better. लेकिन इसके अंदर और एक है, this is the zone where in which that pisky lactic acid starts building up in your bloodstream and your muscles. Now this is generally when this kind of intensity, when you're going higher and higher in the intensity, there is lactic acid building up in your body. That is what happens when, that is why we need to look into thresholds of training, lactic acid threshold, anaerobic threshold. You know, these kind of training sessions, we will go into that later. Those are different types of training sessions. But idhar aap dekhenge to at this level, at in zone 3, ya jo hai, your predominant energy system will begin to kind of change. Aapka jo anaerobic system, your aerobic system se, your anaerobic system generally starts becoming the predominant energy system in your body, because ye intensity बढ़ गया, your intensity has gone up, and at this kind of intensity, again it depends on the fitness level of the athlete. Lekin this is a very good zone. As I told you, it improves all this. ये सब सारा कुछ benefit मिलता. Now in this zone क्या है? What should be your heart rate? As I told you again, max heart rate मालूम करना बहुत जरूरी है. So we are taking, for example, ये rider का heart rate 200 है, तो zone 3 would be 70 to 80% of his max heart rate. Here again, now you have to understand that this zone, there is a shift of the predominant energy system. So keeping that in mind, we earlier seen two energy systems using the aerobic energy system as the predominant energy system. Here we see now this is the zone where generally, there again I said, depending on the athlete's fitness level, ये zone में generally क्या होता है? These are the benefits that I told you. आपका जो blood circulation, आपका skeletal muscles improve. Skeletal muscles are very important for every movement in the body. और आप ये zone में generally lactic acid buildup शुरू होता है. Now, why does lactic acid build up? Because when you go into the anaerobic energy system, the anaerobic energy system is producing ATP without the use of oxygen. When there is no oxygen, there is a kind of buildup of lactic acid in your muscle cells. This acid prevents you from going further and further. That is why we have training sessions in which हम लोग जो है we improve the lactic acid threshold. So let us see now, we are in zone 3. हम लोग इस zone में जो है we'll be seeing how this rider, we will be trying to. आप इसमें देखिए कि आप जैसा मैं बताया था, ये फोन का टॉप राइट साइड स्क्रीन पे उसका जो हार्ट रेट दिख के आ रहा, that is his heart rate is 160. तो इसमें अगर he has to train in this, his heart rate should be, if his heart rate is 200, जैसा हम लोग एग्जांपल के लिए लिए, इसके अंदर his heart rate should be between 140 to 160, which is 70 to 80% of his max rate of heart, that is 200. तो इसके अंदर we are seeing his heart rate here. उसके हिसाब से हम लोग को पता लग रहा कि इसका एफर्ट कितना डाल रहा. Let us see this video. One second, let me just 333. So we are in zone 3. Yeah. Okay, here we see now this rider is training in zone 3. Now, how do we know he's training in zone 3? Because we know his max heart rate is 200 and 70 to 80% effort is being put, which means anything between 140 and 160 his heart rate should be. And here we see his heart rate is 160, just above 160, it's 162. So we know he's training in zone 3. Now, working out your heart rate in zone 3 is especially effective for improving the efficiency of your blood circulation in the heart, and your skeletal muscles improve. Now, what is your skeletal muscles? Skeletal muscles are muscles attached to the bone by tendons. Now, these produce movements. These muscles are responsible for movements. So, these training in this zone is extremely important. This zone is zone 3, and it takes out that lactic acid that forms in your body. It also, lactic acid starts building at this a little bit at this time in your body, and it gets into your bloodstream. So this is another training zone that you should be training in your variation of training. Okay. So now let us go to the next zone. Our next zone is zone 4. Let us see how does this zone 4 benefit us, and this is a high intensity zone. Abhi ye zone 4 jo hai, again if we take the heart rate, max heart rate at 200, zone 4 should be 80 to 90% of that max heart rate. Agar a rider ka 200 max heart rate हम लोग for example ले रहे, तो इसका heart rate जो है 160 to 180 के बीच में होना चाहिए. So let us see ये zone 4 में इससे क्या फायदा होता. Heart rate zone 4 is where the going gets tough. You will be breathing harder. You are working anaerobically. इसमें आप जैसा मैं बताया, it's a high intensity workout. आप जो है इसका आपका intensity high है. You're breathing harder. Your system is, your energy system is predominant energy system is the anaerobic energy system at work. If you train in this intensity, you're improving your speed endurance. Your body will get better using carbohydrates for energy, and you'll be able to withstand higher levels of lactic acid in your bloodstream for a longer period of time. इसका क्या मतलब है? अब ये जोन में हम लोग जब ट्रेनिंग करेंगे, तो ये जोन में जो है, it's a high intensity zone. जब आप ये इंटेंसिटी में ट्रेनिंग करेंगे, तो जैसा मैं बता रहा था, your predominant energy system will be the anaerobic energy system at work here, the predominant energy system. आप इससे क्या फायदा हो रहा? इससे आपका जो speed endurance है improve हो रहा. आपका जो carbohydrates है, they are being broken down in a complex procedure, और वो जो है आपका ATP बन के आपका body को supply कर रहा. And you will be able to withstand level of higher level of lactic acid in your muscles. तो जैसा मैं बता रहा था, these are ways of improving your lactic acid threshold. जैसा आपका lactic acid threshold, these type of training sessions will improve you and take you to the next level, get your body conditioned better, get your lactic acid threshold to improve more and more, getting your more, आपका जो speed endurance है, your speed endurance is getting better. And here you see, जैसा मैं बताया था, you have to have a combination and a variation of all your training. अगर आप उसी ट्रेनिंग को डेली आप वही करेंगे तो इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प योर राइडर मच. आप अगर एक ही जोन में आप 365 डेज एक ही जोन में ट्रेनिंग करेंगे, it is not going to help your rider, because there are different types of development that has to come into your body. There are different types of thresholds that have to be built. आपका जो different types of speed you have to build in your body. So there are a variety of things that you have to do for the best results of training. आप अगर एक ही जोन में अगर आप डेली 360-65 दिन को आप वही ट्रेनिंग करेंगे तो आपके राइडर को जो है ज्यादा फायदा होने वाला नहीं है. आपके ट्रेनिंग शेड्यूल में वेरिएशन होना चाहिए, और आपके अलग अलग ट्रेनिंग जोन्स में जब आप ट्रेनिंग करेंगे तो आपके अलग अलग एरिया, राइडर का जो एरिया है उसमें डेवलपमेंट दिख के आएगा. जैसा ईच जोन हैज ए डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ डेवलपमेंट, और एक एक जोन के अंदर आपको अलग अलग फायदा होता. तो वी हैव टू कीप इन माइंड कि वेरिएशन इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर ड्यूरिंग आवर ट्रेनिंग सेशंस. तो लेट अस गो टू द नेक्स्ट. अभी जो है वी आर गोइंग इनटू we have now let us see this. अभी जो है let us see zone 4. ये zone 4 में जैसा बताया था, now in this 80 to 90% of his max heart rate, which is 200, अगर उसका max heart rate 200 है तो 80 to 90% will be his training zone here. So let us see this video on training in heart rate zone 4. So heart rate zone 4, if just a minute, I'll play the video. Yeah, this is heart rate training and heart rate zone 4.
Now here we see his heart rate is 173. We know his max heart rate is 200. So this tells us he's training in zone 4. Now how is it important to train in zone 4? And what does it benefit you by training in zone 4? Heart rate zone 4 is where the going gets tough. You'll start breathing harder, you're working harder, you're working aerobically. If you train at this intensity, you'll improve your speed endurance, your body will get better at using carbohydrates for energy, and you'll be able to withstand higher levels of lactic acid in your bloodstream for a longer period of time, which means basically you're building your lactic acid threshold. So this is another important part of your training schedule that you should include, and all these 5 zones should be in a variation in your training program.
Okay, Abhi, let us see the next zone. Abhi jo hai, this we are looking at zone 5. Zone 5 mein kya hai? It is a maximum intensity. Yeah, intensity, if your heart rate is, maximum heart rate is 200, so you should try to get your heart rate close to your maximum heart rate. तो इससे क्या फायदा होता? ट्रेनिंग इन जोन 5 में क्या अपने कुछ क्या बेनिफिट मिलता है, इसमें क्या फायदा होता? Heart rate zone 5 is a maximal effort. Your heart and your blood and respiratory system will be working at the maximum capacity. Lactic acid will build up in your bloodstream, and after a few minutes you won't be able to continue with this intensity. Abhi dekho, you have to understand here that when you're training in this zone, because the intensity is so high, you cannot do it for a long period of time. You have to understand why. Because now you're training in your anaerobic energy system is the predominant energy system here. As I explained to you earlier, the anaerobic energy system produces ATP at a very fast pace to supply your body, but because it does not use oxygen, it has a limited time period, so it cannot keep fueling at that intensity for a long period of time. Now let us take an example. If in case we have to understand, once you understand how the system works, आपको जब ये समझ में आएगा So it makes it a lot easier to work with your rider or to train yourself as a rider also. आपको ये सब चीज समझ में आएगा and it will be very convenient for you to train yourself as well. अभी अभी देखो, if let us let me give you an example. अगर आप 10 मंजिल का फ्लोर चढ़ रहे हैं, अगर आप स्प्रिंट ग्राउंड फर्स्ट फ्लोर से आप स्प्रिंट मारना शुरू करें, तो it will be virtually impossible for you to continue sprinting till the 10th floor. Somewhere down the line, you will slow down. Now, why you are slowing down? There is a reason. आप अगर आप स्प्रिंट मार के दौड़ना शुरू करेंगे बिल्डिंग 10वां मंजिल तक, तो आप देखेंगे कि 2 3 4 फ्लोर के बाद में आपका जो स्पीड कम हो जाएगा, आपका ब्रीदिंग बढ़ जाएगा, and you will not be able to stay in that same intensity right till the top. चलो और एक एग्जांपल देता हूं. let us say a sprinter in cycling, अगर वो 10 seconds क्लॉक करा in 200 meter sprint. Now if we can, अगर यही स्पीड में अगर आप 1 किलोमीटर, if the rider can do 1 kilometer maintaining the same speed, so for 200 meters अगर उसका टाइमिंग 10 seconds है, तो 1 किलोमीटर के लिए उसका टाइमिंग होना चाहिए 50 seconds. तो चलो आप और 3 सेकंड जोड़ लो उसको स्टैंडिंग स्टार्ट के लिए. तो he should be able to, a rider who is clocking 200 meter sprint in 10 seconds, if he can continue that same speed, he should clock 53 seconds, including the standing start timing for a 1 kilometer. Why that does not happen? वो क्यों नहीं होता? वो क्यों नहीं होता? Because we have to understand our energy systems. Then we will understand why that does not happen. चलो ये देखें कि 50 seconds में 1 kilometer क्या राइडर, अगर वही स्पीड में कंटिन्यू करके 4 किलोमीटर इंडिविजुअल परस्यूट का अगर राइडर करा, तो द राइडर विल क्लॉक अराउंड 3 minutes 33 seconds. अगर आप 3 सेकंड और जोड़ लो स्टैंडिंग स्टार्ट के लिए, सो योर परस्यूट विल बी 3:35. ये तो वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड्स है, ये far better than the world records. But this cannot happen because you have to understand why this does not happen. You have to understand your energy systems, and then you will understand कि ये क्यों नहीं होता, because there is a different kind of procedure. There's a complex procedure in where your energy systems are fueling your muscles and how they function and how they produce energy. So once you understand that, you will understand how your body functions. So chalo, let us go into zone 5. So zone 5 में क्या फायदा है? This is, as I told you, it is a maximum heart rate level. Here we seen. Now you have to understand, if you have a rider, this is a very important training zone to include in your training sessions. If you are just starting out to have only been training for a few times, you probably won't have to train in this intensity. Agar new rider hai, if you have a new rider, do not push him into this intensity straight away. Get his body conditioned, get his body accustomed, bring him up slowly, then train him in this intensity. If you are a professional athlete, then you must incorporate this in your training. अगर नया राइडर है, आप न्यू राइडर है, उसको ये जोन में डोंट ट्रेन हिम, उसको इतना जल्दी मत करिए, उसको पहले उसका बॉडी को डेवलप करिए, उसका जो मसल्स को डेवलप करिए, डेवलप हिम इन अदर जोन्स, ब्रिंग हिम टू दिस जोन ओवर अ ग्रेजुअल पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. अगर आप प्रोफेशनल एथलीट है, तो you must incorporate this in your training zones. Here we see, as I told you, you will not be able to sustain this intensity for a long duration of time, because here again, your energy system at use is your anaerobic energy system, which can produce and give you ATP at a very fast pace, but for a very short duration of time. इसमें और एक भी है, जैसा I told you, when you are doing a short sprint, आपके मसल के अंदर भी कुछ ATP stored होता है, वो भी आपका ATP जो है is supplied to your muscles, and that is why you have to understand कि why you cannot go on at a very high intensity for a very long period of time. तो चलिए देखेंगे कि ये zone 5 का एक वीडियो है. zone 5 का वीडियो देखेंगे. We are monitoring his heart rate. अभी जो है इसका heart rate should be anything between 180 and above.
Here we see the rider is about to train in zone 5. How do we know he's training in zone 5? His heart rate tells us so. Because we know his max heart rate is 200, and training zone in zone 5 would be anything between 180 to 200. And here we see his heart rate is 185, and so that indicates to us 186, 187. Here he is going higher. So this indicates that he is training in zone 5. Now this training in zone 5 is a maximum effort. At this maximum effort, your respiratory system, your bloodstream, your heart is all working at the maximum of its capacity. Now, this is the time that your lactic acid in your body and in your blood is building up. So you will not be able to sustain this for a long period of time. That is why these kind of training sessions are normally done in intervals with recovery.
So, जैसा I was saying, normally these high intensity trainings are done in intervals with in between, with recovery in between. So these are very important factors when you're doing high intensity training in zone 5. You need to span your workouts with giving enough recovery in between each session. And again, depending on what you're training for, which event you're training for, accordingly, you can fix your program. Now I'm come to the last of my teaching. Let us see some key factors. I mean, key factors, remember when you're training an athlete or you're training yourself, the key factors are, as I told you, variation. Variation is a key factor to improve your fitness. You have to use a different variation in your training programs. You cannot get stuck in one program. Second is using all zone. Again, it's nothing but variation. आप जो पूरे zones अब use करेंगे, that is again your having a variation in your training program. उसके बाद personalized training workouts. जैसा you have to, it has to be personalized. अभी because you cannot club 2 and 3 riders together क्योंकि एक का max heart rate 200 हो सकता, एक का max heart rate 180 हो सकता, एक का max heart rate 170 हो सकता. So you have to personalize your training और इसको थोड़ा segregation करके आप groups बना सकते हैं. अगर आपके पास 3-4 राइडर के मैक्स हार्ट रेट के आसपास एक है तो यू कैन पुट देम इन वन ग्रुप. अगर आप 3-4 राइडर का मैक्स हार्ट रेट 170 है तो उनको एक ग्रुप में डालो. तो यू हैव टू पर्सनलाइज एंड यू हैव टू फॉर्म ग्रुप्स एंड यू हैव टू ट्रेन देम अकॉर्डिंग टू द मैक्स हार्ट रेट इफ यू आर ट्रेनिंग इन जोन्स इन हार्ट रेट. इवेंट स्पेसिफिक. अभी ऐसा है कि इफ यू आर ट्रेनिंग ए पर्सन फॉर ए स्प्रिंटर, अगर आप उसको स्प्रिंटर बनाना चाह रहे और आप उसको 5 घंटे तक रोड पे भिजा रहे, आपको 200 किलोमीटर भिजा रहे, दैट इज नॉट इवेंट स्पेसिफिक. आप करना कुछ चाह रहे और उसको करा रहे और कुछ. तो यू हैव टू बी इवेंट स्पेसिफिक एंड यू हैव टू ट्रेन फॉर द स्पेसिफिक इवेंट दैट यू वांट योर राइडर टू डेवलप इन. अभी लास्ट पॉइंट, periodical planning. You have to have a periodical planning. You have to keep planning. You have to sometimes you have to keep changing your plans depending on which area your rider needs to develop more. कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है कि एक एरिया में आपका राइडर को ज्यादा फोकस चाहिए तो आप उसके हिसाब से आपका ट्रेनिंग शेड्यूल बना सकते हैं, उसका आपका ट्रेनिंग प्लान बना सकते हैं और कौन सा जोन में कैसा ट्रेनिंग करना चाहिए. यू कैन स्पेसिफिकली डेवलप दैट एरिया ऑफ the needed area of your rider. अभी इसमें और एक क्या है, you need to have periodical test. अगर आप periodical test नहीं करेंगे, you will not know how your rider is improving. अगर आप 6 महीने 8 महीने से ट्रेनिंग करा रहे और उसका कोई कभी टेस्ट ही नहीं लिया तो you will not understand or you will not know कि आप वो राइडर में कितना इंप्रूवमेंट हुआ, कहां से कहां तक गया, उसका जो कितना पहले कितना टाइमिंग था, बाद में कितना टाइमिंग है. इफ यू आर ट्रेनिंग इन if you're training in power, you can see his power numbers. If you're training in heart rate zone, you will see improvement in timing. You will see improvement in his heart rate. You will see that he will be able to take his heart rate to a higher limit. अगर आप 200 है तो वो बढ़ते जाएगा. It will go very slowly though, but वो max heart rate जो है 200 से 25 होगा, 210 होगा, which indicates that he has more capacity. अभी क्या हो रहा, उसका capacity बढ़ रहा. He can go higher, he can go longer. एंड इफ यू ऑन द अदर हैंड अगर आप देखेंगे तो उसका जो रेस्टिंग हार्ट रेट है, उसका जो मिनिमम हार्ट रेट है, वो हार्ट रेट विल कीप रिड्यूसिंग एंड दिस वेरिएशन फ्रॉम रेस्टिंग हार्ट टू मैक्स हार्ट, it becomes a bigger area. You can train more, you can exert more, you can put more effort and you can develop your athlete or yourself in a much better manner. So I hope you got it, and if you it's very difficult to get it in one hearing. So I hope that you've taken notes, and now I finish my session. I hand over to VNG, but if there's any questions, I am ready to answer. I am here to answer any question. If I'm not able to answer, I will put you on to somebody else, or I will go and study myself and get back to you. आप मेरे को भी homework देंगे, तो please do ask questions. Thank you. Over to VNG.
हेलो मैक्सवेल सर।
हाँ जी।
हाँ बीएन सर, अभी थोड़ा उनको एक दूसरा मीटिंग चल रहा है,
अच्छा,
क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन जो है वो आप अटेंड कर लीजिए।
तो मनी जी है?
नहीं।
ओके ओके, तो I will attend the questions. अगर किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन है तो put it on to me. I will
Yeah.
answer the question.
One is Khaja Manbi. Khaja Manbi, please unmute yourself. Next, Mokal Sandesh. Mokal Sandesh.
हेलो सर।
आपकी वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आ रही है मिस्टर
यस
मोकल।
सर।
हेलो।
हेलो यस इट्स
हाँ
क्लियर।
जी, आपकी आवाज आपकी क्लियर नहीं आ रही है।
हेलो
हेलो।
हेलो
हाँ जी बोलिए।
आई कैन हियर यू प्रॉपर्ली। सर ये कि हफ्ते है तो अपनी जो ट्रेनिंग जो अपने समझो हमने कुछ दिनों के बाद ट्रेनिंग स्टार्ट की है, जैसे 2-3 महीने के बाद हमने ट्रेनिंग फिर से स्टार्ट की, तो हमारा एवरेज हार्ट रेट कितना रहना चाहिए?
ऐसा कोई स्पेसिफिक नहीं है कि इतने दिन के बाद आपका हार्ट रेट इतना होना चाहिए। इट ऑल डिपेंड्स कि आपका ट्रेनिंग मेथड क्या था, आपका ट्रेनिंग प्लान्स क्या था, आप कैसा ट्रेनिंग करें। तो एक आदमी और दूसरे आदमी वेरिएशन बहुत होता है। ऐसा कोई स्पेसिफिक नहीं बोल सकते कि आप 3 महीने के बाद में आपका हार्ट रेट ये होने वाला है, बिकॉज इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन द वेरिएशन एंड द इंक्लूजन ऑफ डिफरेंट ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स इन योर ट्रेनिंग मेथड्स। तो आप जो है इसके अंदर यू हैव टू गो लिटिल मोर डिटेल। अभी आपको जो मैं बताया था ये बहुत बेसिक्स है कि आप अगर इसमें डिटेल्स में जाना है तो यू हैव टू स्टडी मोर अबाउट दीज थिंग्स एंड यू हैव टू गो डीपर इनटू इट। दैट इज व्हाई इट्स ऑलवेज बेटर टू हैव ए कोच। एंड अगर ऐसा कोई स्पेसिफिकेशन नहीं, आप जैसा आपका क्वेश्चन है कि 3 महीने के बाद में मेरा हार्ट रेट कितना होना चाहिए, ऐसा ऐसा कोई स्पेसिफिक इतना होना चाहिए बोल के ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। It is depends from individual to individual. It depends on your level of fitness. It depends on various factors. It depends on how you trained in which zones और आपके क्या क्या वेरिएशन था, आपका क्या which training program you were following, आप कौन सा एरिया में आपका कितना इंप्रूवमेंट हुआ। तो you have to take all these factors into consideration.
Okay sir, thank you sir. One more question I have to ask.
पूछिए।
Sir, if you are using oval chain ring, so what will be disadvantages and advantages between the round chain ring and oval chain ring?
It is ऐसा रिसर्च के बाद में देयर इज नो स्पेसिफिक रीजन कि इसमें फायदा है कि उसमें फायदा है। इट इज ए पर्सनल प्रेफरेंस। सम राइडर्स प्रेफर ए प्रेफरेंस ऑफ ओवल वन, सम राइडर्स प्रेफर ए प्रेफरेंस ऑफ इसमें क्या है, व्हेन यू हैव ए ओवल रिंग देयर इज नो यू एज यू आर पेडलिंग यू विल फाइंड दैट देयर इज ए लिटिल बिट ऑफ रिदम। उसका रिदम जो है राउंड चेन में जितना आपको रिदम आता उसमें थोड़ा रिदम ऑफ वेरिएशन, उसमें थोड़ा सा वेरिएशन आता। नाउ दिस इज ए वेरी वेरी स्मॉल वेरिएशन, आपको शायद पता भी नहीं लगेगा व्हेन यू आर राइडिंग। बट अदर देन दैट पर्सनली अगर मेरे को पूछ रहे तो आई थिंक देयर इज नॉट मच डिफरेंस। इट डिपेंड्स ऑन योर पर्सनल चॉइस। तो आप अगर वो चला रहे ये चला रहे डज नॉट मेक मच ऑफ ए डिफरेंस। तो आप उसका डोंट थिंक टू मच इन दोस टर्म्स कि मेरे पास राउंड चेन रिंग है, मेरे को ओवल रहने से मेरा परफॉर्मेंस इंप्रूव होता। इट इज रिसर्च्ड एंड प्रूवन कि इसके अंदर ज्यादा कुछ फर्क नहीं है। Next question, please.
ओके, क्षितिज बेपुरे, बेलापुरे।
हेलो सर।
यस टेल।
ओके सर, अगर मुझे साइकिलिंग में डेवलप होना है तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा कौन से जोन में काम करना चाहिए? और जो आपने बताया जो जोन 5 का जो आपने बताया, तो जोन 5 का ट्रेनिंग वीक में एक बार चाहिए या 15 डेज में चाहिए, कैसे होना चाहिए?
पहले मेरे को ये बताओ कि साइकिलिंग में कौन सा इवेंट करना है और कौन सा साइकिलिंग में 5
Okay.
डिफरेंट टाइप्स है। एक तो
Okay.
ट्रैक है, रोड है, और
Yes,
हर
yes.
हर डिसिप्लिन के अंदर अलग अलग इवेंट्स होता है। तो
Yes,
आप
absolutely.
कौन सा इवेंट के लिए ट्रेनिंग करना है?
लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस के लिए सर।
तो
long-
इफ यू आर ट्रेनिंग इन लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस, तो आपको और एक फैक्टर लेना पड़ता है कि आप कौन सा कंपटीशन के लिए आप तैयार करना
Okay.
चाह रहे हैं। हाउ फार अवे इज दैट कंपटीशन फ्रॉम वेयर यू आर स्टार्टिंग। ऑल
Okay.
दीज फैक्टर्स यू हैव टू नो बिफोर यू प्लान ए ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम। अगर आप 1 साल के बाद में कंपटीशन में पार्टिसिपेट करने वाला है या 6 महीने के बाद में करना है, तो यू हैव टू फर्स्ट आइडेंटिफाई कि विच कंपटीशन यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर, हाउ फार अवे इज दैट कंपटीशन, कितने महीने बाद है, and accordingly then you can prepare a suitable program.
Okay. Yes, thank you, sir.
But I can tell you,
Yeah.
for anyone, training in zone 1 zone 2 is very important. That is the basics, that is the foundation. तो
Yes.
अगर आपको आगे जाके भी ट्रेनिंग करना है, तो these first 2 zones it must be in your schedule. और जैसा आप बता रहे
और
थे,
week.
नहीं, training, obviously if you're training to be a professional athlete, then the professional athletes normally train 5 to 6 days a week.
Yeah. No, I'm asking that zone 1 and zone 2 is in week, but कितने बार करना है?
मैं तो यही बता रहा हूँ ना, you have to know how far away is your competition. आपका
Yes,
competition
yes.
कितना दूर है, उसके हिसाब से आपको प्लानिंग करना चाहिए।
Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, next one is Sivan Shah. Mr. Sivan Shah, please unmute yourself.
हेलो मैक्सवेल साहब।
हाँ जी, हेलो जी।
हाँ सर, मैं ये पूछ रहा था आपसे कि अभी आप जो ये ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं, ये एमटीबी में भी सेम यही लागू होता है क्या?
ये देखो, जैसा मैं बता रहा था, ये जो एनर्जी सिस्टम्स अपने अंदर है, दिस एनर्जी सिस्टम्स अप्लाइज टू ऑल स्पोर्ट। हमारे जो एनर्जी सिस्टम्स है, वो एनर्जी सिस्टम्स आप कहीं भी स्पोर्ट में, आप साइकिलिंग करो या स्विमिंग करो या रनिंग करो, दीज एनर्जी सिस्टम्स वर्क द सेम। तो आप जो है, ये अगर एनर्जी सिस्टम्स के बारे में पूछ रहे, तो दिस इज द सेम एनर्जी सिस्टम दैट इज इन योर बॉडी। नो मैटर व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एक्टिविटी यू डू, इट फंक्शंस इन द सेम मैनर, प्रोड्यूसिंग द सेम एटीपी, सप्लाइंग इन द सेम मैनर। तो आप एमटीबी या एनी टाइप ऑफ एथलेटिक और एनी टाइप ऑफ वर्कआउट यू आर डूइंग, ये सिस्टम जो है अप्लाई होता। नाउ इन एमटीबी, अगर आप एमटीबी की ट्रेनिंग कर रहे, पूछ रहे, तो इट्स अ लॉट डिफरेंट, क्योंकि एमटीबी में यू नीड मोर स्किल्स। You need a lot of skills, bike handling skills. You need a lot of riding on very, very low gears, because kabhi the terrain is very bad. आपको mountains, आपको road ही नहीं है, it's off road. Most of your ride is off road. So the training program is very different. उसके अंदर आपको bike skills improve करना चाहिए. You have to improve a lot of other areas that you don't need to improve like that, because road cycling जो road पे होता, आप जो माउंटेन बाइकिंग बता रहे, वो तो ऑफ रोड होता, मैक्सिमम ऑफ द इवेंट इज ऑफ रोड। तो उसके लिए आपका थोड़ा सा स्किल्स एंड अदर थिंग्स दैट कम इनटू प्ले, उसके लिए आपको थोड़ा सा ट्रेनिंग अलग अलग है। इट्स नॉट अ कॉमन फैक्टर, बट अपना जो एनर्जी सिस्टम्स वर्क द सेम फॉर एनी स्पोर्ट।
सर एक क्वेश्चन है कि सर मैं कंटिन्यू सर आपके क्लासेस को कर रहा हूँ, देख रहा हूँ, क्योंकि मेरा बेटा करता है, मैं भी सर उसके कारण मैं जो राइडर बना हूँ। लेकिन सर मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अपना ये जो प्रोग्राम चल रहा है, ये सिर्फ रोड साइकिलिंग और ट्रैक पे चल रहा है। थोड़ा एमटीबी वालों को इससे मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि थोड़ा मदद कम मिल रही है।
नहीं, ये तो
थोड़ा सा आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि इसको थोड़ा सा एमटीबी के साथ साथ भी अगर बताते रहेंगे, तो इसका जो है बाकी जो एमटीबी वालों को फायदा मिलेगा।
हाँ जी, ये तो अभी शुरू हुआ, ये तो अभी सेकंड वीक चल रहा है, अभी आगे जाके और 2 वीक है, उसके अंदर आपको सब कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा। अभी तो हम लोग खाली 8, ये 7वां दिन है या 5वां या 7वां दिन है। आगे जाके और वी हैव 2 वीक्स टू गो, 2.5 वीक्स टू गो। उसके अंदर आपको सभी ऑल दीज एरियाज विल बी कवर्ड, एंड आई होप दैट एवरी एरिया इन साइकिलिंग यू विल बी कवर्ड, एंड ऑल योर क्वेश्चंस विल बी आंसर्ड आल्सो इन फ्यूचर। तो वो भी है प्रोग्राम में, आप चिंता मत करिए, आपका माउंटेन बाइकिंग भी will be discussed and thought about.
Thank you, Maxwell sir.
Next one is Ashik Sojan. Please unmute yourself. Sir Ashik Sojan. Okay. Next one is Surajit. Mr. Surajit.
Good morning, Maxwell Tewar sir.
Good morning.
My name name is Surojit Biswas. I am from Kolkata. I am a physical education.
आपकी आवाज बहुत स्लो आ रही है, अगर आप थोड़ा
आवाज
सा
कम आ
तेज
रहा है।
बोलेंगे तो।
हेलो, आप सुन रहे हैं सर?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, अभी।
हाँ सर, मेरा नाम सुरजीत विश्वास है। आई एम फ्रॉम कोलकाता। Sir, I want to know that you are discussing about that zone 1, zone 2 up to zone 5. So when I will change to zone 1 to zone 2 and zone 3, like that way.
नहीं, as I told you, it all depends on आपका कंपटीशन कितना दूर आगे है और आप कौन सा इवेंट के लिए ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हैं। देखो इसके अंदर इट इज यू हैव टू बी इवेंट स्पेसिफिक। आप ऐसा कोई जनरल प्रोग्राम नहीं है कि इसमें जो है फर्स्ट यू हैव टू डिसाइड कि साइकिलिंग में कौन सा एरिया, कौन सा साइकिलिंग, ट्रैक साइकिलिंग, रोड साइकिलिंग, एमटीबी साइकिलिंग, बीएमएक्स साइकिलिंग, आप कौन सा साइकिलिंग में जाना चाह रहे हैं।
सर मैं 2021 का हाफ आयरनमैन का प्रस्तुति ले रहा, तो वहाँ पे 90 किलोमीटर साइकिल चलाना है मेरे को। तो उस हिसाब से 1 साल 4 महीना देरी है अभी, तो उस हिसाब से मैं ट्रेनिंग शुरू करना चाहता, तो कैसे करेगा सर?
तो अगर आपको 90 किलोमीटर करना है तो ऑब्वियसली इट इज ए इंड्योरेंस ट्रेनिंग, तो आपको इंड्योरेंस ट्रेनिंग प्लान बनाना पड़ता और आपको जरा फोकस भी करना। अगर आपको 90 किलोमीटर चलाना है तो आपको एक टारगेट बनाना चाहिए। आप 90 किलोमीटर कितने देर में करना चाहिए। लास्ट आपको जब तक टारगेट नहीं है तो यू अंधेरे में तीर मारे जैसा रहता है। यू नीड ए टारगेट, यू नीड टू बी फोकस्ड। अगर आपको टाइमिंग करना है तो यू हैव टू फिक्स ए टाइमिंग फॉर यू हैव टू फिक्स ए टाइम लिमिट कि इतने टाइम में मेरे को इतना टाइमिंग करना है। तो यू फर्स्ट हैव टू, अगर 90 किलोमीटर व्हाट इज द बेस्ट टाइमिंग यू वांट, तो उसके यू फिक्स ऑल दिस, आप टारगेट बनाओ और उसके हिसाब से आप ट्रेनिंग कर सकते हैं। लेकिन आप जैसा 90 किलोमीटर बताए दैट इज डेफिनेटली इंड्योरेंस ट्रेनिंग, तो आपको इंड्योरेंस ट्रेनिंग प्लान फॉलो करना पड़ता। अगेन कीपिंग इन माइंड कि आपका कंपटीशन कितना आगे है, कितना दूर है, यहाँ फ्रॉम नाउ हाउ फार अवे इज इट।
1 साल 4 महीना बाकी है।
हाँ, तो उसके हिसाब से इधर अभी मैं यहाँ बैठे बैठे आपको पूरा शेड्यूल तो नहीं दे सकता हूँ, बट
नहीं ऐसे जस्ट पूछ रहा है सर।
हाँ, तो इसका 90 किलोमीटर जैसा है, इट इज इंड्योरेंस ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम। आपको इंड्योरेंस डेवलप करना पड़ता, यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन योर इंड्योरेंस। तो इंड्योरेंस 90 किलोमीटर के लिए आप जहाँ भी इंड्योरेंस कर सकते हैं आप, एंड कीपिंग टाइमिंग इन माइंड कि देन देयर आर डिफरेंट एरियाज की आप पहले कौन सा एरिया में वीक है। यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द वीक एरियाज एंड यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन दोस एरियाज मोर देन द अदर एरियाज। सो अनलेस वी नो द डेटा ऑफ द राइडर, उसका वीकनेस क्या है, उसका स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट क्या है, बेस्ड ऑन दैट वी कैन मेक ए प्लान एंड वी कैन टेल यू कि ये करना, कि ये नहीं करना, ये करना। तो बट बेसिकली आपका जो क्वेश्चन है, इट इज ए इंड्योरेंस ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम।
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
वेलकम। Next question, please.
Next one is Mr. Himanshu Anand.
Hello.
Yes. Please speak.
Hello.
बोलिए।
Good afternoon, sir. I am Himanshu Anand from Dehradun.
आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रहा, कट जा रहा, आपका
Hello?
आवाज कट जा रहा।
Hello.
हाँ जी बोलिए।
Hello.
हाँ जी बोलिए।
I am Himanshu Anand from Dehradun. Sir, I want to ask a question that how can I do a FTP test?
वो टीचिंग भी, that is a different teaching. वो teaching you will be taught in that. So please attend the programs ahead. उसके अंदर एक detailed teaching on FTP है। आपको उसके अंदर वो क्लास के अंदर आपको सारा FTP के बारे में आपको जानकारी आ जाएगा। So keep attending these classes. You will definitely get, it's a very interesting subject. उसके अंदर आपको एक टीचिंग है FTP के ऊपर। आप keep attending the classes. You will get all your answers regarding FTP test.
Yes, sir. Sir, one more question, that VO2 max is in which zone, sir? Comes in which zone?
All these questions that you are asking are in the future programs of ours. So, आप keep attending. You will get all the answers. Even VO2 के ऊपर there is a teaching. It's a very interesting teaching. आप keep attending the programs and there are specific teachings. जैसा आप बता रहे थे कि you about FTP के ऊपर teaching है. In that you will get all these questions will be answered there. So keep it for that day. ये जो questions है, आप questions उस दिन के लिए रखो. You will get your answers.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you so
Keep
much,
attending
sir.
the classes. आप classes attend करो.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Next one is Mr. Emmanuel.
Hello, hi. Good morning. This is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Singapore. Basically, I'm from Chennai, but living in Singapore. This is asking for my son. Actually, he's into mountain bikes. Okay, so equipment-wise, for home training and equipments, what are the minimum equipments that we need?
As I told you that mountain biking is another subject. We will be teaching that in another area. So keep attending these classes. There is a detailed teaching on mountain biking as well. So you will get
Okay.
all these questions pertaining to mountain biking. And we have very good faculty for these teachings. Every question of yours regarding mountain bike and the equipment that is required,
Right.
there will be a specialist teaching this. Please attend the classes. You will get your answers.
Okay, okay, right. Thank you. Sir, one more feedback. Regarding the CFI website, I was looking for the contact details, basically in Tamil Nadu. So I couldn't find the state level contact details, though there is a link. Once we click it, we don't see the state level contacts of the associations. So probably you can share this feedback to Mr. VN Singh.
Yeah.
I would request Mr. VN Singh to take that question regarding the CFI and
Yeah.
his website. VN ji,
Okay.
Yeah,
VN ji,
just
please.
I want to tell you, if you go to the CFI website, there is an option about us, and you go to the affiliated units. There is all state contacts.
Okay,
You will find
affiliated
there.
units about us.
Affiliated,
Okay.
yeah, affiliated units. You will find all state contacts.
All right.
It's already on our website. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, next one is Sudarshan Pallav.
Namaste, sir. Very good afternoon. Thank you for a very informative session.
Hello.
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah,
Yes,
बोलिए.
yes.
So my question was from your experience, sir. So how much duration of an aerobic session do you conduct for your cycle?
There again, I told you, you need to understand one thing, keeping in mind, even in endurance, what event you're riding for. You can ride an individual time trial of 40 kilometers, or you want to ride a 150 kilometer mass start. So you have to first decide what kind of event you're trying to specialize in. Based on that, you have to, then again, as I told you, you have to also keep it very clear key, when is the next competition and what competition you are preparing for, how far away is that competition from today's date, and which areas you are good in, which areas. Now you have to also take yourself into consideration. There are certain areas that each individual has to work more than another area, because some areas are developed, some areas need to be developed further. So you have to take a lot of data into consideration before we actually plan and tell you ki kitna ghante karna chahiye. That you have to tell me ki what event you're planning for. And again, there is a lot of other factors that come into play. So first you have to get all these things, and then you can plan a proper training schedule.
Okay. So one more question, sir. Can you shed some light on what are the other options to calculate heart rate, and how do you calculate maximum heart rate? I'm also an exercise physiologist. So if you want, I would also I can give my input.
Yeah, calculating maximum heart rate, you will very well know about it if you are in the field.
No, I know, sir, but just for the audience.
Normally, how we do it in cycling, we get them to do
That is what I want to know.
A high intensity, short duration sprint. First he has to warm up. All the basics have to be in order. You first get your rider to warm up, get him to a stage where his body is ready to respond for that specific max heart rate. There again, when you're warming up, you have to be event specific warm up you have to do. Then we get the rider to do a high intensity maximum with a short duration. So we get his maximum heart rate there. And if you're training a rider on a daily basis, you obviously will know his heart rate, because you would see, with experience, it is very difficult to tell. With the data that we get every day from the rider, we know which rider has what kind of a max heart rate. But for you to test, you have to do a high intensity, short duration, getting your heart rate to the max.
So
You
what
you
would
can
be the duration, sir, for that high intensity?
no, you have to see it. If your heart rate will not stay there for long, it will go up and then start coming down again. So you have to see it. Maybe for a rider, sometimes it might happen in 10 seconds. For a rider, it might happen in 30 seconds. Again, it depends from
So to
individual to
push the
individual.
rider for a
Yeah.
period of time.
And then
Maximum.
you keep encouraging the rider. As he's going, you keep bucking him up and you keep encouraging him to push further. So you get a better, the max, you get a better record of his max heart rate.
Very valuable inputs.
You can also do it in running. You can do it in any kind of activity with a high intensity.
Thank you, sir. Very valuable input.
Next question, please.
Next one is Sunny. Mr. Sunny.
Okay.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. This is Sunny from Raichur.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you here. I've acquired a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
Sir, my question is, I've seen you a lot of times in nationals or school games, or even I've come to you to watch your training sessions. Even in this e-Pathshala session, you wear this cap, sir. Do you have any special moments with this or any speciality?
Okay. Okay, I'll answer you. I wear this cap not for any kind of a lucky charm or any kind of to save my head. I wear this cap with a lot of dignity and a lot of pride, because this cap represents an esteemed organization called the Cycling Federation of India. Now, this esteemed organization is an organization that showed everyone how to run a federation with ethics, values, integrity, love. That is why I display this cap, because I'm proud of that. And that's not all. This esteemed federation also functions with all people from all states, from all religions, from all cultures, from all backgrounds, and still functions like one united family with love. So I am very proud, and I wear this cap with a lot of dignity and pride that this Cycling Federation represents that kind of an esteemed organization. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. That was so lucky to have that.
I don't wear this to protect myself from the sun or from the rain or because you see it Indo also. I wear it with dignity and pride because it represents the Cycling Federation of India.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Next question,
Maxwell, this is Maninder here. I'll just add to this. If that person is still online, if you can hear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, when you say a federation, this federation is not somebody. This federation is you. It is you who make this federation. What you do represents what defines what the federation is. So this is all because of you guys, the effort that you put and the sincerity and the dedication towards the sport that you do. So thank you for that. Please continue.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, next one is
last two questions now. Last two questions now.
Okay, sir.
We are running out of time.
Next one is Jay Jyotsana. Please unmute yourself.
Namaskar ji. Namaste ji. I have a question. I'm Jay Jyotsna. I'm in under 14 category.
Okay.
Sir, it is good to practice in plains or in elevation.
Okay. Which event are you practicing for? Which category of cycling are you training for?
I am under 14 categories.
Yeah, but are you doing mountain biking or road bike or BMX? What kind of cycling are you?
Road biking.
Yeah. First of all, my advice to you, because you're under 14, safety aspects is very important. If your parents are listening, I suggest to them that they do not send you alone on the highway or on a road cycle. You need to take safety as a priority, as a prime concern. So generally at this age, your skills on the cycle is not as good as a seasoned athlete. So right now, do not focus on anything specific. enjoy your training, have fun in your training, do what you like. One day, just go and first of all, find a place that is without traffic. Because as I told you, safety is more important. Do not focus on how many kilometers to do. Do not focus on what to do. Focus on doing everything that your mind tells you to do. At this age, you need to enjoy and have fun while training. So as and when you get a coach, he will put you onto the right training. But as of now, keep in mind safety aspects. Keep in mind, have fun, have a nice time. Keep at fitness. Do all types of fitnesses, including cycling. Find a proper road without traffic. Keep that in mind. I hope your parents are listening as well.
And present planes are okay. Planes, you can do the training on the planes. That is much better.
Yeah, next one is Amit Singh Rajput. Amit Singh Rajput. Dr. Sanghar Sarangare.
Good afternoon, sir. Very good session we had today. Sir, it is not a question, just an humble request, sir. As you have discussed, zone 1 and 2 are basic zones for all riders. Sir, in one of the session, can you please give information about a specific workout of these zones, sir?
Yes. Yes, that also is in the planning. You will, every area of cycling will be covered. Do not worry. Make sure you attend the classes regularly. You will definitely get all your answers from every different area of cycling. Everything will be covered. We have some very good experts in the field. So do not miss your classes. Be prepared, come and attend on time. You will get answers for every question of yours. As I told you, we have great experts in the faculty.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
So
next one is
okay, make it last. Huh?
Okay. Yeah, next one is Amit Singh Rajput. Yeah, Mr. Joy Pereira.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Joy from Mumbai. I have one question in terms of suppose if I'm preparing, my daughter is under 17. If she wants, suppose she's taking part for her cycling track or road. So what is the preparation one day prior and on the day of the event?
Your question is whether she should take part in road or take part in track, or what is your question?
No, my question is that let us say that her event is there the next day for a track. It might be a time trial or a pursuit, or might be a mass start or a time trial in road.
Okay.
So what is the preparation one day prior and on the day of the event in terms of the sleep, in terms of the activity, or in terms of the diet?
Yeah. First of all, I'll tell you, around 15 days before your main competition, there is a period called tapering down. So generally this tapering down period, the load on the athlete is not much. He is basically tapering down. But your question, what do you do one day before? One day before, you have to see that the athlete has enough rest. Check the equipment that he's about to ride. It is always good to get a feel of the surface because nationals and events are conducted in different areas. Get a feel of the area. Ride on the road if it's a road. Go to the track and ride. In terms of rest, see that the rider gets good enough rest. And again, depending on the event, the kind of food that has to be eaten depends on the kind of event. So all these factors have to be taken into consideration. But 15 days before a competition, it's a tapering down period. Do not put heavy load on the rider.
Sir, one question, please.
Yeah.
Sir, Amit Singh Rajput here, please. Hello.
Haji.
Amit Singh Rajput here, Lohardaga.
Yeah.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि
आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा। आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा।
क्या पानी वाला पी सकते हैं क्या वार्म अप के टाइम में?
आपका बिल्कुल क्वेश्चन ही सुना नहीं दिया।
मैंने जब साइकिलिंग कर रहे हैं उसी दौरान क्या पानी वानी पी सकते हैं क्या साइकिलिंग के दौरान?
आपका
या तो
क्वेश्चन
बच्चों को
ये
रिकमेंड किया जाए।
नहीं, आपका क्वेश्चन अगर मेरे को सही सुना
या
है तो
मैक्सवेल सर,
हाँ
मैक्सवेल
जी,
सर,
हाँ जी,
he is asking about कि अगर हम साइकिलिंग कर रहे हैं उसके दौरान पानी पी सकते हैं क्या?
हाँ जी,
हाँ,
हाँ जी,
yes.
हाँ जी, अगर you have to take into consideration any track event you are not allowed to take drink water. There are certain events where you have certain specifications and rules. जैसा आप last 10 kilometers में you are not allowed to take water. But in an endurance ride, it is very good to take water because you have to keep rehydrating yourself. So be careful if you are in an event. There are certain rules and specifications. Certain areas you are not supposed to drink water. You are not supposed to take external water at the lab. All those rules will be told to you before the event. But keeping all those factors into consideration, you have to act accordingly. But if you're training on an endurance ride, it is a must that you must drink water and keep rehydrating yourself. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप आधा लीटर एक बार पी रहे. You have to keep sipping on it gradually and rehydrate yourself, hydrate yourself for the event. Hydration is always good for the body.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you everybody. Today classes were well taken by Mr. Maxwell, who has given you very insight information about this energy system. Yeah, I would like to tell this platform everyone that please keep a specific question specific to the topic, because you are going to get all the information what you are asking now, right about the competition and what water or what rest you have to take. We are going to give you all the information systematically. We have just started 1 week and you are already taught so many things. One by one, we are coming every week. There are topics which are covering each and every aspect of the cycling sports. So competition will be the last one. How you have to prepare for the competition, how you are going to take the race, particular even track events, road events, rules and regulations, everything, सबके विषय में सिस्टमेटिक जानकारी दी जाएगी. इसलिए कीप योर पेशेंस. आप आगे का क्वेश्चन ना पूछें क्योंकि आगे हम आपको पहले पढ़ाने दीजिए. एक एक जो क्वेश्चन जो पढ़ाई हो रही है, जो लेक्चर हो रहा है, अगर उससे संबंधित क्वेश्चन पूछें, उसी में ज्यादा से ज्यादा नॉलेज हासिल करें, so that next day next topic will be taught and you can gain much more information. Thank you, Mr. Maxwell, for your contribution and excellent lecture today.
Thank you, sir.
We know you are really counted very high position in cycling federation, and sharing your knowledge with these people has been a great